7 signs that someone is lying to you. Spotting when someone is lying can be tricky, as it often involves subtle clues that require careful attention. While no single sign can definitively indicate dishonesty, a combination of behaviors and body language can suggest when someone isn't telling the truth. Here are 7 signs that might help you recognize when someone is lying to you. 1. Inconsistent storytelling. One of the clearest signs that someone may be lying is when their story doesn't add up or changes over time. When a person is fabricating a story, it can be difficult to keep track of the details, leading to contradictions or inconsistencies. What to look for? The person's story may change when asked to repeat it. New details are added that weren't mentioned earlier, or old details are forgotten. They may give vague answers or avoid specifics to prevent being caught in a lie. Example: if someone tells you they were at a certain place at a specific time and then later forgets those details or changes the story, it's a red flag. 2. Body language mismatch. People's body language often reveals more than their words. When someone is lying, there's frequently a mismatch between what they say and how they physically react. Their body may display signs of nervousness, discomfort, or defensiveness. What to look for? Avoiding eye contact or, conversely, making too much eye contact to seem convincing. Nervous habits such as fidgeting, touching the face, or playing with objects. Closed-off body language, like crossing arms, may suggest defensiveness. Example: if someone insists they are being truthful but avoids looking at you or constantly touches their face while speaking, their body language may be giving away their lie. 3. Overcompensating or giving too much information. Liars often try too hard to appear credible, which can result in them offering too much information. They might provide irrelevant details or go overboard in explaining something in an attempt to distract from the lie. What to look for? The person gives more detail than necessary. Their explanations seem overly rehearsed or scripted. They appear anxious to convince you of their truthfulness, often repeating statements or providing unnecessary backstory. Example: if you ask someone a simple question and they launch into a lengthy, detailed explanation that feels excessive for the situation, it may be a sign they're covering up the truth. 4. Changes in speech patterns. Liars often exhibit noticeable changes in the way they speak. They may stammer, pause frequently, or speak more quickly than usual. Conversely, they might slow down their speech to give themselves time to think of their next lie. What to look for? Hesitations or long pauses before answering questions. Speaking more rapidly than normal or stumbling over words. Unnatural or overly formal language that feels forced. Example: if someone usually speaks casually but suddenly becomes overly formal or hesitant, it may indicate they are lying and struggling to maintain their composure. 5. Unusual emotional reactions. A liar's emotional responses can be out of sync with what is being discussed. They may exhibit emotions that don't align with the situation, such as laughing during a serious moment or showing no emotion when they should. What to look for? Inappropriate or mismatched emotions, such as smiling when discussing something serious, overacting or exaggerating emotions to convince you of their sincerity. Delayed emotional responses, where they react after a noticeable pause. Example: if someone's facial expressions don't match their words, like smiling while denying wrongdoing, it could indicate that they are not being truthful. 6. Avoiding direct answers. Liars tend to avoid answering questions directly. Instead, they may change the subject, give evasive answers, or respond with questions of their own to deflect attention away from the lie. What to look for? The person answers questions with more questions or redirects the conversation. They give ambiguous answers or fail to answer the question directly. They try to shift the blame or focus to someone else to avoid scrutiny. Example: if you ask someone about a specific event and they respond by talking about something else or by saying, "Why would I do that?" rather than directly answering, it could indicate deception. 7. Micro-expressions. Micro-expressions are fleeting, involuntary facial expressions that reveal a person's true feelings. These expressions are hard to control and can betray someone's actual emotions, even if they are trying to hide them. What to look for? Brief flashes of fear, guilt, or anxiety that don't match the person's verbal response. Sudden frowns, lip bites, or eye movements that occur for just a split second. Quick changes in facial expressions that seem out of place with the overall conversation. Example. If someone is telling you they aren't worried about a particular issue but you notice a quick flash of fear or discomfort on their face, their micro-expressions may be signaling that they are lying. Conclusion. While none of these signs can guarantee that someone is lying, they provide useful cues to observe during conversations. Inconsistencies in storytelling, mismatched body language, overcompensating, changes in speech patterns, unusual emotional reactions, avoiding direct answers, and micro-expressions all offer potential clues that someone may not be telling the truth.